The date is February 24th, 1942. In the cold, dark depths of the Black Sea, a torpedo slices silently through the water. Its destination, a ship named the Struma. An instant later, a catastrophic explosion rips through the vessel's hull. The sound is a symphony of destruction. Tearing metal, the roar of the blast, and the faint, chilling echo of human screams. This tragedy began months earlier as a voyage of hope. The Struma, a dilapidated and overcrowded cattle barge, departed from Romania, carrying Jewish refugees desperate to escape the horrors of the Holocaust in Europe. Imagine the scene. Nearly 800 souls crammed onto a ship designed for a fraction of that number, its decks overflowing with men, women, and children. Their faces, a mixture of exhaustion and fragile optimism, tell a story of leaving everything behind for a chance at a new life in Palestine. An animated map traces their perilous journey, a desperate escape route that led them to the shores of Istanbul. But their hope was quickly extinguished. At the time, Palestine was under British mandatory rule, and British authorities refused to grant them entry visas, effectively sealing their fate. The refugees were trapped. For over 2 agonizing months, the Struma was held in quarantine in Istanbul's harbor, a floating prison. The Turkish government, pressured by Britain and unwilling to accept the refugees, prevented anyone from disembarking. Turkish police patrolled the shoreline, ensuring the ship remained isolated. Its passengers' pleas for help ignored by the world. Their supplies dwindled, disease spread, and the once hopeful vessel became a symbol of international indifference. The ship's engine had failed long ago, rendering it completely helpless. The final act of this tragedy was swift and brutal. With no resolution in sight, the Turkish authorities made a fateful decision. On February 23rd, they ordered the Struma to be towed out of the harbor and into the open Black Sea. The ship's anchor was caught, and it was abandoned, left to drift aimlessly with its helpless passengers. The next morning, the torpedo struck. The impact was devastating, sending the ship into its final death throes. Chaos erupted on deck as the vessel broke apart and began to sink rapidly into the freezing water. In less than 20 minutes, it was gone. Underwater, a grim scene unfolded as debris and the bodies of the victims descended into the silent, dark abyss. From the wreckage, a single hand broke the surface. It belonged to David Stoliar, a 19-year-old man who clung desperately to a piece of floating debris. For over 24 hours, he was the sole survivor in the vast, empty sea, a lone witness to the immense loss of life. For decades, the official story was that the Struma hit a stray mine. But the truth was far more sinister. The torpedo was deliberately fired, a fact concealed by a web of political denial. The culprit was the Soviet submarine She-Chush 213, operating under secret orders to sink all neutral and enemy ships in the Black Sea to disrupt Axis supply lines. The Struma, tragically, was in the wrong place at the wrong time. British, Turkish, and Soviet officials all played a part in the circumstances that led to the disaster and the subsequent cover-up, each deflecting blame to protect their own interests. The deaths of 768 innocent people, including over 100 children, were reduced to a footnote of war, an inconvenient truth swept under the rug of history. The dark waves of the Black Sea hold the secrets of that day. But one question remains: who really killed them?